Have you ever had that feeling where you're basically playing two different characters in your own life? There's the you at work and then there's the you at home. It's this daily switch we all do, sometimes without even realizing it. So today we're going to dig right into that idea, the split repertoire of the self. So let's start with this word repertoire. Now, you might think of a musician's set list, right? But what if we all have one? A personal playbook of skills, behaviors, and yeah, even personalities that we pull out in different situations. It's basically the collection of moves we have for getting through life. So I want you to think about this for a second. How different are those two versions of you? Is it just a little tweak in your tone? Or does it honestly feel like you're putting on a completely different costume every morning? That gap, that space between our work self and our home self, that's exactly what we're diving into. All right, let's break down these two personas that, let's be honest, most of us are juggling every single day: the professional self and the private self. First up, the home you. This is where your mind just gets to roam free, right? Maybe you give yourself little challenges, like a word of the day, just to keep things sharp. Or, and I love this description, you find yourself playing pickleball with myself. Just bouncing ideas and thoughts around in your head with absolutely no pressure and zero judgment. And then we have the work you. This version has to navigate conversations that can be totally hit or miss. We learn pretty quick that some discussions, you just can't bring them back to life. It's a whole different space, usually governed by that simple mantra, work is for work. The rules are different, the energy is different. Seeing them side by side like this really makes the contrast so stark, doesn't it? On one side, you've got this free-flowing, curious, internal world, and on the other, a more structured, practical, get-it-done persona. This really highlights the gap that we're constantly trying to bridge every single day. But here's the thing, and this is crucial. These two selves, they're not kept in perfectly sealed boxes. Oh no, they leak. They bleed into each other. And that crossover, well, it can come with a real cost. I want you to picture it like a personal energy meter, kind of like the battery bar on your phone. Every time you have to switch between your home self and your work self, that meter just ticks down a little. Maintaining these different repertoires, it takes real, actual energy. And this crossover effect, it's probably why you sometimes feel totally spent and can't even pinpoint why. Exhaustion from work just leaks right into your evening. But what's really fascinating here is that even just the desire for more of that free-flowing home time can be draining in itself. And the real irony? Sometimes that awesome freedom at home, that high free flow rate, can just end up leading to good old procrastination. So, okay, what's the takeaway from all this? It can feel a little bit heavy, right? But maybe, just maybe, we're looking at it all wrong. Maybe it's time we reframe this whole idea of a split self. I absolutely love this quote. It kind of makes you stop and think, doesn't it? It suggests that the things we tend to overlook, the small, seemingly insignificant parts of who we are, can actually hold the most importance. What this really gets at is maybe it's not about two separate warring selves. Maybe it's about one incredibly complex person with a really rich repertoire. All those small habits, those private thoughts, those little quirks from your home self, they are not trivial. They are powerful. They have a huge influence. They are your loudest secrets. And this all brings us to one last, pretty vulnerable thought. Is it sad to feel like we're still a work in progress after all this time? Or is that the entire point? Maybe constantly adding to our repertoire, learning to navigate these different versions of ourselves. Maybe that isn't a sign of failure at all. Maybe it's just a sign of being alive. What do you think?